call the Board of Public Works for Tuesday, June 17th, 2025 to order. Second order of business, approval of the minutes for the May 20th, 2025 Board of Public Works meeting. Moved by second. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carries. Citizens comment. Any citizens comments? Then we'll move on. Number 4, CMR presentation on wastewater utility presented by Mark Leva, wastewater superintendent. Mark?
Good evening. This is the 2024 Compliance Maintenance Annual Report for the Wastewater Treatment Division. This is required by the DNR to be presented to the governing body annually. The city was issued a new Wisconsin Pollution Discharge Elimination System permit last year, commonly called WPDES permit, which became effective on May 1, 2024. This permit dictates the level of wastewater treatment the city must maintain for the next 5 years. It runs through March 31st, 2029. The major changes implemented in this permit are addition of an ammonia removal limit for the months of April and May, addition of PFAS testing of the effluent once every 2 months, addition of PFAS testing of the biosolids once per year, addition of total daily influent flow reporting in addition to the effluent flow, which remains in the permit, removal of a mercury variance and limit due to the success of mercury reduction measures taken over the past 15 years, and addition of total mass daily load limits for phosphorus, which become effective May 1st, 2026. The current plant upgrade project is adding effluent filtration to ensure we meet this limit, and that project is about 75% complete. Now we'll get into the report itself. It's 29 pages long, but I'll just give a very brief overview and summary of the highlights. Oh, really? Oh. Sure. Sorry, I don't have it. Oh, excellent. Anyway, pages 1 through 3 of the annual report relate to influent flow and loading. Please note any parameters added to the current permit won't have information prior to May 1, 2024. That's why you see some blank spots at the very beginning. Average monthly flows were well under the 4.63 million gallon per day design capacity of the plant. Average monthly BOD was also under the design capacity. We treated just over 1 billion gallons last year. 48 million gallons of this was from hauled-in waste, or nearly 5% of the total. There were no demerit points generated, so section grade is an A, as shown on page 3. Pages 4 through 8 relate to effluent quality. All limits were met with no exceedances, no demerit points, section grade A, so that takes us through page 8. Pages 9 through 13 relate to biosolids, which is the byproduct of wastewater treatment. This is an excellent crop fertilizer and was applied on 331 acres in 2024. We generated 6.2 million gallons last year in total. Marshfield's biosolids easily meets high-quality Class B standards, and the DNR requires us to have on-site storage capacity for at least 180 days. We met this by having about 234 days of storage capacity. No demerit points, section grade A. Brings us to pages 14 and 15. relate to staffing and preventative maintenance. The plant was properly staffed throughout 2024, and we had no vacant positions. The plant has an excellent maintenance rating due to the experience and dedicated staff of operators who properly take care of it. 0 points, grade A. Pages 16 and 17. Operator certification. The DNR requires an operator in charge to be the responsible party and the reporting person in charge of reporting statistics on a monthly basis to the DNR. A designated operator in charge was myself. The DNR requires the OIC or operator in charge to be certified in all treatment stages the plant incorporates. I have these certifications. The DNR also requires us to have at least one backup operator in charge. We exceed this requirement and are fortunate to have the assistant superintendent along with 5 advanced operators on staff that meet this requirement. 3 other operators are working towards this advanced certification. 0 points, grade A. And pages 18 through 23 relate to financial management. The revenue gained last year was sufficient to cover the O&M costs. And DNR recommends we have $1.284 million in our equipment replacement account. This is to ensure available funding in the event of a catastrophic failure. At the end of 2024, we exceeded this and we had $3.566 million in that account. And under financial management, it also talks about the list of CIP projects coming up. So these future projects listed are based on the CIP. Between healthy balances in our equipment replacement fund and the general wastewater account, we are in good shape for funding these upcoming projects. 0 points, grade A. That brings us to pages 24 through 27. Talks about the collection system and the wastewater operators, office staff, plumbing inspector, and assisting departments all contribute to the success of our collection system maintenance programs. 0 points, grade A. The overall grading summary on page 28 shows no demerit points generated against us and an overall GPA of 4.0. In summary, Marshfield has an overall good condition wastewater treatment plant that produces great quality effluent. And I commend the excellent staff at the wastewater division and assisting departments who all contributed to this perfect score. And with that comes the conclusion of the report.
Any questions? Natasha?
Thank you for the report. Good job for your whole team and just how you guys are running that.
Thank you.
For the PFAS testing that you're going to do every 2 months and then once a year for the solid, what happens if they do test positive?
We have been testing since this permit was implemented at the 5th month of last year. So we've got 5 of the 2-month effluent samples under our belts, and they have all consistently shown very, very low levels, not a concerning level at all at this point. I mean, knock on wood, but
Yeah.
you know, it looks very promising that we have very, very low levels. So
Great.
that's very fortunate.
And you haven't done the solids yet?
We've done 1 solids, and that was also very low.
Excellent.
Mhm.
Okay, that's really good.
Yeah.
Just because they've shown that's putting it on fields, it can get into grass and then get into the animals. So that's excellent just for the people who are getting that. So thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, moving on to number 5, request approval of resolution 2025-18 related to the CMAR report, presented by Mark.
For this, I recommend approval of resolution 2025-18, stating the council has reviewed and accepts the 2024 compliance maintenance annual report. And with your approval, I would submit it to the Wisconsin DNR. Move to approve.
Motion Derek, second.
I'll second.
Second. Any discussion? Seeing, hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 6,
Thank you.
approval of Yellowstone Drive water main extension plans presented by Josh Marowitz, acting Public Works Director.
Thank you. I just want to walk through the Yellowstone Water Main Extension project that's coming up. Our plans are very nearly complete. The project has been posted on the Quest website, which is where bidding is required to take place on. I'll just walk through the schedule quickly. Everything's kind of setting up for a bid opening on July 9th. And then approval of the lowest bidder would be on July 15th by the board. Council would approve the low bid on the 22nd. And construction would likely begin early to mid-August for a September 1st completion date. And I'll walk you through the plan in a bit, but I just want to remind you this water main extension and sewer lateral extension were part of a development agreement with the Next Gen Agronomy project and East Yellowstone. It consists of about a 200-foot main extension, water main extension, and then boring a service underneath Yellowstone to save a facility cut. And then also to extend the sewer lateral into the Next Gen property. So in your packet is the plan, and my recommendation is to approve the plans and authorize staff to solicit bids.
We got a motion to approve. Do I have a second? Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying
Aye.
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 All those opposed?
Aye.
Motion carries. Number 7, recommended items for future agendas.
I got one. I did have someone reach out to me recently in the district, and they did have a conversation with Tim about street sweeping, and Tim had a pretty thoughtful response from what I saw. But I was just wondering if we would be able to, at a future meeting, review the schedule and notifications for that. The request from the citizen basically came down to they regularly bike throughout the city, and they would like to know when streets are being swept so they know which areas they could avoid. Again, I think Tim did a great job providing a response, but I think it would be something worth reviewing so that if we have some sort of communications in the future, we can put it out to them.
Anything else? Seeing none,
Move to adjourn.
move to adjourn. Second? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned.